A couple places
Well,
I have been
16 years. I
to.
yeah,
mean, come on.
yeah. Well, since the '80s, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
so
doing this since the '80s. Yeah.
longer than that. Um, so you, um, I saw this. I've been seeing this story go around, but I haven't seen any updates to it. With Waverly Hills, like a story was going around that they were going to tear it down and all that stuff. I mean,
Nah, they're not going to tear it down. There's a big story that's been there since 2000. Since I've been there, 2000, 2005. They've always said they're going to turn it into a bed and breakfast, but I kind of
yeah.
doubt that.
So I mean, that's not really something that's going to happen, I guess.
It's too much money to do something like that. They're trying to fix it up slowly, but it's just too much to do.
Yeah, because that place is on my bucket list. I want to go there one day.
I think everybody needs to go to Waverly at least once.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have, but I've never had the opportunity to do it. I don't have $1,000 just sitting around plus travel expenses. But maybe one day.
One day.
I'll see if you came here to Mid South. That's like 10 minutes away.
Mid South. It sounds like we just need to move to the East Coast because that's where everything's at.
I'm not on the East Coast. I'm right in Kentucky.
Well, I know, but uh, what was it? The other Keith and
A lot of Keith Johnson. Yeah, a lot of the like most like popular famous locations are all over on the eastern side of the United States. Not full eastern, but you know, right in the middle and then over. I mean, Oklahoma doesn't really have a lot.
Oh yeah, there's a lot out there. Oklahoma, Arkansas, and a few other places.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
they're not, the real well-known ones, I guess, like
popular.
everyone always wanting to go to and talk about all the time. I mean,
Yeah, the good
that's true.
popular
But
ones.
it's not bad. It's
there's
not
more.
bad.
You've got more acreage out there in your end of the country than we do over here, and that's where a lot of it comes from. You know,
A lot
and
of land.
yeah, and you still got a lot of open areas out there. So it's not like here. One cool thing, you ever get up to go north, to go to Canada, get a hold of my buddy Glenn Ferguson. He'll set you up there. There's a lot of great places up there.
So, what's kind of like the best piece of evidence you've ever captured?
Well, I've got some really good stuff on a lot of things. One of the things is on Chimney Grade 2, which was clear, and we called it the Peter Pan effect, where what a lot of people don't realize is when you're shooting a TV show or a movie, which me and the Booth Boys were doing, usually you have a whole slew of people working, production. But with us, it was just us three with three cameras. That was it. No sound man, no PAs helping. It was just us. So we were in Bangs, Ohio, at an orphanage, and we had a psychic doing their thing, saying they feel this, they feel that, and I got bored, so I just started filming other things. And luckily, I caught this wall that just starts swirling, just different colors, changing different heat signatures. And there was a grip standing there holding a light bar. And you could see his hand, and it was lit up, where it's showing his heat signature. And you could see his thermal shadow on the wall. And then after this wall just starts swirling around and everything, all of a sudden now there's a second shadow of this grip, which shouldn't be happening. And for 6 minutes, I got the script to move around and shadows. Both of them just did whatever he did, and then after almost 7 minutes, this other shadow decided to say "see you" and move across the wall. And it's clear, and they're going, "We have no idea what this is." I'm like, "Yep, that's the cool stuff."
Where did you say that was? Where'd that happen at? How long ago was that?
That was when we were shooting Children of the Grave 2 in Bangs, Ohio.
Um, what I was going to ask you this one too. What actually made you get into the paranormal and eventually start your own team?
Well, I'll be honest. My world back in the '70s was all just music. It was rock and roll, and I've been playing out professionally since I was 12 years old. I was on the road when I was 15, going on 16, playing Coliseums and a bunch of other stuff. That's when rock and roll was its heyday. And, I never thought anything about ghosts or anything else. So finally, I was almost 17. I got off the road. Met this girl, and she never would let me go meet her mom and dad. I just figured because I had the rock and roll look, hair down past my butt, all leather clothes, big flashy car, a lot of money, for the '70s. So finally got to go over to her house for her birthday, and we sat on the couch, this little ranch-style house. You could see down the hallway, down to the master bedroom. There was a mirror, and see our reflection in it. Something kept walking across that mirror and breaking the reflection. And I go down there and look, but there's nobody there. So me being young, dumb, and stupid, start calling this thing out, saying, prove to me, do something, show me, I don't believe it. Yada, yada, yada. And next thing I know, at the end of the night, I went to kiss her goodnight inside the room, front door. As I bent over to kiss her, something grabbed my left arm. Strong, powerful. And the first thing I thought, was great. I thought, oh, great, Dad's got a hold of me here.
Dad's got me.
Yeah. And but I could see him sitting over to the lazy boy. So there wasn't
Our big
nothing
brother.
there. Yeah, there wasn't nothing there. And next thing I know, I'm flying backwards. I went through the front door, through the screen door, and I landed about 6 feet out in the front yard. And I remember laying there trying to catch my breath, seeing what's broke, what's not. And we just went, that was so cool. Do it again. So I've been hooked ever since. That was, late '70s.
And I guess eventually you wanted to find out a lot of answers on your own and started your own team.
Well, in the late '80s, early '90s, U of L college asked me to do a couple classes, which I did. People started coming to them, and so it kind of grew from there. And by the '90s, that's when people said, let's put a group together. That's what I did. So Louisville Ghost Hunters have been in effect since 1996. Been incorporated since then, too.
Whenever you first started back in like the late '70s and stuff like that, what type of equipment was available to you then? I mean, what did you go out and grab? I mean, it's kind of like whenever we started, we didn't exactly know what to get, but there was a lot more available to us. You know what I mean?
Well, back then there wasn't anything. And even to this day, I still use flour, things like that. I'll go back to the old ways. People say, oh, there's something that walks down this hallway. Well, okay, fine. Let's throw down a bag of flour and let's see what walks through it. If somebody messing with you, they're going to have flour on their shoes. If it's something real and we don't have any proof of it, we just capture, footprints in the hallway, which we've done several times.
Yeah.
But no, it's just,
I've done that
back
with
then
salt.
there was, same thing. Salt, graphite powder, anything you can use. But there wasn't anything back then made for paranormal investigation. And the film costs were outrageous. 35 millimeter, 110. And if you went to, IR, God, that was $50 a roll of film for 12 shots.
Golly.
Get it developed was about $100. But we carried around big old reel-to-reel recorders, stuff like that.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that today.
Old style, old school.
I would love to.
Wait till you get old like me.
I need to get a cassette. I need to get a cassette recorder and use that.
No, digital got better over the years for the simple fact that a cassette recorder, even any motorized recorder, can record its own motor sounds. So it's better to go digital.
But newer digital, right?
Yeah, newer digital. I mean, the stuff we used back in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, 70s, 80s, early 90s. That was the analog days, and finally went over to digital. Had a learning curve on that. But it's things like electronics are starting to catch up with what we need.
Mm.
So here's a question that we had on one of our previous shows that we were kind of lost.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the mayor's daughter.
Yeah. Well, one of the questions that we were tossing around was what do you, and I'm going to ask you the same question that we were answering or asking each other. What do you think, or how should I put that? Why is a place haunted? Why would you think a place is haunted?
Well, I don't even really use the term ghost anymore because we don't know what it is. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's some type of phenomenon, but that's all. And
Yeah,
there could be some little green men on some far off planet going, watch this. Who knows?
Some aliens just causing issues, having their own TV show with us.
I think Chris said that same answer.
All right.
So basically, yeah, that's what I was wanting to know. I was wanting what's your thoughts on why a place would be haunted?
Well, I think there's a lot of different theories. They're all good, and we have yet to prove anything in the paranormal world. We haven't proven anything at all yet.
That's why we do.
Yeah, that's why. Basically, we're just data takers. Trying to find out what is causing this phenomenon, what's causing that phenomenon.
Exactly.
And, I've always said, and I still hold true to this day, that I think schools, jails, hospitals are the biggest places for paranormal activity because there's so much, energy expended there. With hospitals, you got people dying. And churches, you got people getting the spirit. Schools, living Lord. Y'all remember your school days?
Yeah.
So,
we have a nursing home that's pretty close that we've had access to, that we picked up some stuff.
Yeah, and we used to actually investigate a place here in Chickasha. It's an old hospital here. We lost access to it when the owner sold it to someone else, but that place was really good too. So, a nursing home, that hospital.
My favorite place to hang out was the morgue.
You're loud.
Sorry. I was trying to make sure I was loud enough since I'm driving down the road.
Yeah. That's my mom, Lisa. She just hopped back on.
Hello.
Howdy, Lisa.
We were talking
talking
about places like places that he says that have the most activity or whatever, like hospitals and schools and churches and
and prisons like Fort Chaffee.
He said jails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Fort Chaffee?
Yes, I have.
It's pretty fun.
Really?
Well, we enjoyed it. We were there like 3 times. We enjoyed it every time.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It's a shame that they tore it down, the prison.
I was going to say it's not there anymore, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now can y'all hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
Okay. I kept talking earlier, and then people kept talking over me. So I was like, apparently they can't hear me.
We never heard
I
you
heard
at all.
you.
No, they were just being rude.
I was trying to say I actually have a very old projection style 8mm recorder, and I have some blank reels.
Cool.
Yeah. I've been kind of wanting to try it out, but yet not because,
Well, again, the problem with the old school stuff like that, you've only got a couple minutes that you can run.
Yeah.
And, and with this stuff that we go after, we never know when something's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to have to record something really awesome if I want to do something like that with that type of old stuff.
Just get the porn, you'll be better off.